Hello, dear students. Welcome back to Dr. Zahir Math channel. Today we are in module 5, 8.5, the complex plane. An exciting topic where we can learn how to represent complex number on a graph and calculate their absolute value. Stay with me as we go through simple examples that will make this topic clear and easy. Okay, right. So let's start module 5 part 2. Part 1 already I posted, which is partial fractions. Now this is part 2, right? Okay. So what do you mean by complex plane? We already studied real plane, right? So the real numbers they represent in the plane. For example, this is called x-axis and this is called y-axis. Suppose I want to plot the point 2 comma 3. Where you plot, since this is for x, which is 2, and this is 1 2 3, this is for 3. So the point is this one is 2 comma 3. This is called what? Real number line, or you can say it is real axis, you can say like that. Now we are going to talk about the complex number. Complex number means what? In high school you studied. Complex number means the number which has I, right? So the complex number can be represented by Z, which is equal to A plus BI, which is A plus BI. A is a real number and B is also a real number, and this I is an imaginary number. Okay, so the imaginary number is what? I is equal to square root of minus 1. Right. Now in this complex plane, this is called what? Real plane. This is called real plane, and let us go with imaginary plane, complex plane. So what do you mean by complex plane? Complex plane is the same x-axis, okay, and y-axis. Suppose you have a point z is equal to 2 plus 3i. This can be represented in ordered pair 2 comma 3. So it means the point A comma B in the coordinate plane, right? So it means what? The complex plane, this horizontal axis, this axis is called real axis. Okay, right. And the vertical axis, this is called imaginary axis. This is called what? Imaginary axis. Okay, right. So the point 2 plus 3i means 2 is for x and 3 is for y. So this is the point 2 and this is the point 3. So this is the point 2 comma 3. So the I points will be taken over y axis. All the i's will be in what? Y axis. Keep in your mind, right? So in this way, a real number can be represented by a point on the real number line. Whereas the complex number z is equal to a plus bi, okay, should be represented in the complex plane, and whereas your horizontal axis will be the real axis and the vertical axis will be your imaginary axis. Okay, right. So any complex number you can represent like this. The next one is, what is the absolute value? We call it as modulus, or we call it as another word is absolute value. So what is the meaning of absolute value? Forget about this word absolute. Maybe in the class they all use absolute value. So absolute value of the complex number z of a plus bi is, okay, we denote by mathematically like this, absolute z. Okay, this is equal to square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Without I, we should square it. Actually, this is called imaginary part. This is called real part, imaginary part. Okay, right. But now this absolute value we are going to find out using calculator. Okay, right. So come on, take your calculator, all of you. To operate complex number I, if you want I in your calculator, you should go to the mode complex. Keep in your mind, mode complex should be there in the screen. So for this, what you need to do, you should press mode. You should press mode and press number 2. If you press number 2 in the screen, you will have complex will be there. In the screen, it will be what? Complex. So number 2. Then the I, where is I, teacher? I is there. I is there in the, you can see E and G. There is a button E and G, right? You press E and G, the I will come automatically. Okay, right. So let me teach you the first question and then we will go for it. The remaining thing. Plot. Plot means what? You are going to plot the point. Plot means just fix it. This one. So plot z is equal to minus 2 plus 5i in the complex plane and find its absolute value. Okay, let us start. So this is your real axis. This is called what? Your real axis. Okay. And this is called what? Your imaginary axis. Okay. This is called your imaginary axis. So this is the point 1, 2. This is the point minus 2. Okay. and here is the point 5. Okay, right. And this point is what? Which is minus 2 comma 5, because z is equal to minus 2 plus I. You can write in ordered pair minus 2 comma 5. Okay, now we are going to find out the absolute value. I told you absolute value, you can find it by calculator. How you are going to find out the calculator, right? Step number 1. First step, you go to mode, right? And press number 2. If you press number 2, the screen will come complex. The screen will come what? Complex. Right. So once the screen has come complex, then the step number 2 is you type the word, you have to type what? Z is equal to minus 2 plus I. Z is equal to minus 2 plus I. So you need to type absolute. So it means absolute to minus 2 plus 5I, you need to type in the calculator. Where is ABS? ABS is shift hype. So you can see this button, which is shift, okay, HYP. You press this one. Shift hype means this will come, okay. And then there is an open box is there. Now you type here 2 plus minus 2 plus 5I. So minus 2 plus, okay, minus 2 plus, right, 5I. So 5 is there. Where is this I? This I is in ENG mode. You can see that ENG. I will come only if it is complex mode. Suppose you didn't give complex mode in the calculator, I never come. Keep in your mind. So press I and then press equal. If you press equal, step number 3, you will get the answer, which is square root of 29. So this is the absolute value. Okay, right. So the absolute value of minus 2 plus 5I is equal to square root of 29. If you want to use the formula, you can use the formula minus 2 the square plus 5 square, which is equal to 4 plus 25, which is equal to 29. Okay. So without formula, you can write directly from the calculator. Okay. Yes. Let's go to the next one. This also you can use the calculator. Okay. Right. What is the question? There is a plus. Okay. Right. So open the bracket, type in the calculator 1 plus 2I plus 2 plus I. Okay. Right. So again I'm telling that if you want to type this expression, your calculator should be in complex mode. Right. What do you mean by complex mode? You press mode and then press 2. If you press mode and then 2. Press mode and then press 2, you will get complex. So if you put this in the calculator, you will get what? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, because real plus real, and 2 plus 3 is going to become what? 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 3 plus 2 plus 1 is what? 3I. Okay. So it will be what? 3 plus 3I. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Sorry. This is 1 plus 3I, right? That's what I'm thinking. This is not 2I. This is 3I. Look here, it is 3. Sorry. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3I plus 1I is going to become what? 4I. Very easy. Okay, right. Let's go to the next one. Plot Z is equal to minus 3I. So you are going to plot first this one, and after that it is complex conjugate. What do you mean by complex conjugate? Let me tell you. Complex conjugate. Come on, say it everybody. Conjugate. Complex conjugate. What do you mean by complex conjugate? If I is there, change it to minus I. If minus I is there, change it to plus I. It is only for I part. Okay, yeah? Right. So the complex number is Z is equal to minus 3 plus I. And the conjugate is what? It is given by Z bar. Only you have to change minus for I. So it is minus I. Understand? Again I'm telling. Suppose you have, for example, minus 3 minus 2I. This is your complex number. What is your conjugate? Your conjugate is minus 3 plus 2I. Because there is a minus here, so it becomes plus 2I, right? Yes. Now what is the question? Plot the complex number and plot the conjugate, right? So this can be written as in the ordered pair. Ordered pair means bracket. Minus 3 comma 1. And this will be what? Minus 3 comma minus 1. Okay, right. Now we are going to draw the axis, right? This is real axis and this is imaginary axis. Imaginary axis means the same like y-axis, but the points all eyes. That's it. Okay. So where is minus 3? Minus 3 is here, right? Where is 1? Here is 1. Okay. So this point is what? Minus 3 comma 1. Where is minus 3 minus 1? This point is minus 1. So this point is what? Minus 3 comma minus 1. So this is called what? Plot. Very, very easy. Okay, right. Let's go to the next question. Plot z is equal to 5 minus 12i. So what is the next question? Plot. Plot means what? You're going to just fix it. So 5 minus 12i, which is equal to 5 comma minus 12. And you're going to put it in the graph, right? So this is a line, real axis, and this is an imaginary axis. So here is the point 5, right? And the minus 12 is here, right? So this is minus 12. So this point will be what? 5 comma minus 12. What is the next question? The next question is they are asking absolute value. They are asking what? Absolute value of 5 minus 12i. Am I right? 5 minus 12, yes. So they are asking absolute value of 5 minus 12i. How to do this in the calculator? The first step is what? Shift HYP, right? Shift HYP. So press Shift HYP, okay? And then type. When you press like this, you will get this one, right? Okay, you will get like this. Then the second step, you type this one, which is 5 minus 12i. So 5 minus 12i. Where is I? I is in the ENG mode. You can see ENG. If I should come means your screen will be complex mode. Keep in your mind. Without complex, this I will not come. If you touch ENG, nothing will come. So 5 minus 12i, just press the equal sign. You are going to get 13. Okay. Teacher, I don't want to use calculator. I want method. It's okay, no problem. Just put the square root. 5 square plus 12 square with the minus inside. So 5 square is 25, which is 144, which is 169, which is going to become 13. Right? Okay. And what are the next question? It's find its absolute value. Yes. The next is find the sum of the complex number, right? Let's go to the solution. Sum. What is sum? 3 plus I. Sum means plus. What do you mean by sum? Sum means plus. 2 plus 5i. Very easy. You can use calculator or without calculator. 3 plus 2 is what? 5. Real plus real. And then imaginary 1 plus 5i, which is going to become what? 6i. Very easy. Very, very easy, right? Next one, let's go to the difference. What do you mean by difference? Sum means plus, right? Sum means what? Plus. Sum means plus, okay? And the difference means what? Which is minus, right? Minus, you should be careful. 4 plus 2i, right? And then with minus, when you put a minus, you should open a bracket. Keep in your mind. 6 plus 4i. So 4 plus 2i. This take it inside minus 6 and take it this inside minus 4i. You can also use calculator. Directly the answer will come. 4 minus 6 is minus 2 and 2i minus 4i plus 2i minus 4i, which is going to become what? Minus 2i. Okay, this is going to become an answer. You can also check your answers in the calculator. Bracket open. 4 plus 2i, which is ENG. Close the bracket. Minus bracket open. Minus, not minus, 6. 6 plus 4 and then ENG. Close the bracket, press equal, minus 2 minus 2i. Right? So I think this is the last one. Okay. So this finishes your exercise 8.5. So let me finish it here, 8.5. Okay. I'll do the next video after some time. Okay. Right. Yes. Right, a great work today, right? Everyone, now you know how to plot complex numbers and find their absolute value, how to add two complex numbers, how to subtract two complex numbers, and what is complex conjugate. Everything you learned today, right? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dr. Zahir Math YouTube channel for more easy math lessons. Easy, right? So what is Dr. Zahir's YouTube channel? See the logo. It is what? Solve, learn with Dr. Zahir. Okay. So you're going to solve, you're going to learn with Zahir. Right. See you in the next video. Keep practicing and stay confident. Thank you. Bye-bye.